2019. It's a good year, I'd say. I kicked off the year by adding to my spoof series with the 11th Hour. It was originally supposed to be part of a episode-length spoof, but I wasn't confident in the script, didn't know what to do with it, so I just took a funny scene from it and made that instead. And I think that was the best idea, honestly. Starting in January and ending in April, which I didn't even realise, was my mini-sketch series. Oh, I love my mini-sketches. It's like I got to play around in the era, sort of, especially with Hartnell and McCoy and all that. I got to play in their era a little bit, of their Doctor era, I mean. And each of them has just this great flavour. And yeah, no, I love each and every one of them. Great start to my Phase 3 sketches, which we'll be working our way through this year. In May, I went to MCM Comic Con. In May, as I always do in May. And I got a bunch of cool stuff, and I made a vlog about it, and banter. Then the first big sketch of 2019 began. Middle of the night! Half Phantom Menace, half Midnight. What else do you want? What else do you want? What do you want from me? In July, I hit you with a 10-second spout of randomness called Stay Still. A semi-recreation of the famous outtake, that's the word, outtake, of Sylvester McCoy swearing. Harry did this hilarious edit, like he adds the TARDIS and me flying off screen. Harry has been on top form this year, and I'll get to him at the end. And also in July, Companion Conundrum. Probably the most upbeat sketch I did out of all of them. Shush! I wanted to add companions at some point, and I finally did it. Are you happy now? I'm happy now. Later on in August, I did another spoof, a Capaldi skaboof. I did a Capaldi spoof, my first Capaldi spoof, the Zygon Inversion, where, you know, he has those boxes and he's like, blow up the world, and he's like, no, that's rude. It's not the most popular, but I think it's kind of funny. 11th Hour spoof's better, let's be real. And later on in August, I did a little mini-sketch. Well, I say I did a little mini-sketch. I had leftover footage from when I was in Scotland, and I wanted to use it, specifically the one of me dabbing on top of the hay bale. So I made that mini-sketch, and it fit the narrative, because I realised I hadn't had Capaldi in a sketch up until that point, so I can make a big point of that he wasn't there, and then he can return in the next one. Speaking of, in September, Attack of the Dream Lord. I think it's my favourite sketch of this year. Yeah, I'd say so. Probably down to the villain. I love the Dream Lord. Also in September, I did a random video no one liked. It's Ace Stands by a Window, which was a parody of the season 26 trailer. I thought it was funny. Sod ya. Good lord, that plane. In October, I had the very vain idea of ranking all of my sketches. So from 2015 to the current day, which was up until Dreamlord at that point. I had a lot of fun making that video, and you all seemed to like it. You got involved in the little comments. I love it when you do that, because I love responding and all that. So that was a laugh. Oh, and then this happened. Joker's Revenge in November, when everything went to shit. I'm very proud of Joker's Revenge, and the fact that the emotional beat towards the end with a certain character's death, if you haven't watched it, I'm very proud of it, and it actually worked. It got an emotional reaction out of some people. Well, maybe not emotional, but a shock. I'd say shock's an emotion, maybe. No, very, very proud of that one. It's very long. You haven't even seen the next sketch, we'll get to that. In late November to the 1st of December, I went down to go see my friend Harry, and we made some sketches together, and we made some good videos, some bad videos that we trashed. There was a scripted Troughton spoof that he wrote, and like he basically had edited it all, and he just deleted it because he hated it, and I'm a bit sad because I thought it was pretty good, but if it's not good, why show it? But yeah, we had the End of Time one with some of the best effects that'll ever grace my face. We had the Smith and the Capaldi boys, oh buddy boy, and also the debut of his Chibnall character. His version of Chibnall is the funniest thing I think I've ever bared witness to. If you haven't watched Moffat's Moffat's Resolution, possibly, do watch that. Also, yes, I never explicitly say it, but the Moffat, me playing Moffat in that video was supposed to be the actual Moffat. I still am unsure whether I want it to be canon, but if you wanted to consider that canon, Moffat went through the vortex and ended up here in this fucked version of like Doctor Who Road where he's got no power over anything, you go ahead and believe that. Because I'm still on the fence whether I want that to be the case, or whether I just want him dead. Also, if you're not subscribed, go to Meticulous Broadcast, that's Harry. We made some sketches together, as well as him making a bunch of his own stuff, which I think you'll enjoy. If you like my stuff, you'll definitely like his stuff. Also, everybody say you love Harry in the comments. If you don't say that you love Harry, you're lying! In 2018, I gave you the Winter Wonderland music video, and this time I gave you a butt-ton more with me actually singing. And I've got to say, as vain as it sounds, I sounded pretty good. Specifically Troughton's song and McGann in the Everyone song, in the Feed the World bit. Mwah. You wait, I'm going to figure out how to up myself next year for Christmas. And it's going to be fun. I have no idea what I'm going to do. And then finally, other than this roundup video, which I'm filming on the 30th, the eve of the 30th, it's the room tour. I gave you a quick tour around the room. And also, at the end of that, I asked if you wanted to see a dedicated cosplay video, and I don't think a lot of you watched it, at least till that end, which is fair. It's fair. So if you want a dedicated cosplay video, like going through, especially because I've updated a lot of them, do let me know. So that was all my content for this year. I'm quite proud of it. I'm proud of basically everything I've made this year. But I would be remiss if I weren't to mention what I shall be up to next year in 2020, in the new decade. Firstly, I've got one mini sketch ready to go. It's about the Ood that was introduced at the end of Joker's Revenge, Chibnall's new edition. It's basically an advert for them, and it's wonderfully stupid and short. Sorry, excuse me. Anyway, that one stank. And of course, the one a few of you have been asking about, Rise of the Chib, the finale of Phase 3. I have already begun work. I've been working on it for the last few months. I've got 20 minutes of it made, and to give you, to let you know that you may be thinking that, well, you must be really far into it. How much of the script have you filmed? You basically finished it. Have I fuck? This is the script folder. I have been using this for every script of the year. This is what I've filmed. A decent chunk. This is what I've got left. Look at all of it! And not to get into the spoilers, but it's got a lot of effects I need to do. And when I say I need to do, I mean ask Harry very politely to do them for me. Also, I feel, because I want to kind of spoil it, but I also don't want to, so I'm going to sort of spoil something. You know how, you know how in the update video a while ago, I said they were sort of Star Wars inspired? You remember that? Yep. Well, think of something Star Wars related that would require effects, and it has plenty of that. I'm very excited. And then, I don't know how to describe this, but I am rebooting, after Rise of the Chib, the sketch road. I'm not going to say how yet, I'm not going to tell you, but I will say I will be rebooting. It's mostly a way of tweaking what I don't like about the sketches. I won't be getting rid of the canon, not completely. It will still exist in its own way, but almost all of the Doctors will have new costumes, which I semi-debuted some of them in the Christmas video, by the by, if you're wondering about the random changes. And also to fine-tune the characters, because a lot of the classic Doctors especially fit into the same box. I write them very similarly, bar a few exceptions, and I want to fix that. But yes, other than that, again, it was, what's your favourite? Leave it in the comments. I care. I do actually care. I want to know what's the most popular, not based on views, just based on your opinion. I want to know your favourite. It could be your sketch, could be Stay Still, could be none of my videos and it's Harry's. I wouldn't be surprised. Harry, don't you dare put that. Also, what's your view on what I did with Phase 3? As it's nearly wrapped up, I've got 4 of the 5 parts out, not including the mini sketches, although they do count in the narrative. What do you think of how I did it? The running narrative of the Whittaker, Eccleston, Sim, Chibnall, you know, the core 4, the Star Wars parallel What do you think I did? Do you think I did it well? Do you think I put not a lot of emphasis on it? Do you think I put too much emphasis on it? I want to know everything. Give me your thoughts on me and my content. I want to know everything. I want to read a big fuck off paragraph, and I will respond with an equally as big fuck off paragraph. Possibly telling you to fuck off. 2 people I would be remiss not to thank. Firstly, for the content wise, Harry. You have done some amazing effects this year, and going to see you at your house for the first time ever was absolutely amazing, and I cannot wait to do something like that again. Hopefully you come to me. I will come back to you at some point, there's no doubt. I'm very much looking forward to it. And secondly, someone you have seen a few times in sketches here and there is Gemma. My lovely girlfriend Gemma, who I started dating this year, and she's been absolutely fantastic in just life. I would probably be a very lonely, sad boy if it wasn't for Gemma being here this year, and I'm very glad I met her. Sappiness over. Fuck off. Everybody leave.